Good morning from a very miserable Duxford. Yes, this is it's actually a weather check flight. My good chum Greg is heading, well, supposedly meant to be able to head to Devon over the weekend. He's not sure, obviously, with the snow and everything, not sure if he's going to be able to do that. Now, this is actually snow at Duxford. It's sort of sleet, I suppose. But yes, so this is a bit of a weather flight, really, just to see what the weather's like there. Naturally, we're taking a Spitfire. We have replaced the gun sight with the GPS. It's just going to help me navigate there without having the VFR map up in the top corner. There is a Hawk Hunter flying around somewhere. I spotted a Spitfire behind me. It's taxiing out. So what, we'll pull onto the half standing here because he's going to be disappointed if he wants to do any display flying. Don't know why he's so high up. Come on, simulator. Right, there we are. Because we need to do some mag checks. This is a long trip. We should do them anyway, really. I'm happy with that. Can't see our friend if he's got airborne already, but he's going to be disappointed if he's expecting there's some lights over there. Just because this will be reasonably easy to attack. It's going to be hard to keep it straight on the runway for an exterior, but it's because it's going to. I love the spray effects we get off the wheels. We didn't get any this time, okay. Clear out the way in case that hunter's still around. Alrighty, so now let's settle in for the long haul. Off we go. So you can see we just turn around here. We want to follow the pink line down. One of the reasons why I'm recording this flight is, apart from it's useful for my chum to see, I can just share the appropriate parts with him. It also will be my 100th hour flying in this sim. Now it doesn't count game running time, this is pure flying time, it counts takeoff, flight and landing. So yes, this flight will incorporate my 100th flying hour. be from mostly within the cockpit. I need to set that. I keep forgetting this. For some reason the trim automatically sets itself to 20% or so that way, but trimmed out now, it's fine. I don't know why it sets itself up like that. It's definitely nicer without that VFR map in the way. Try and keep it low so we can actually see where we're going. Oh, there we are, snow on the ground now. It's decided there's going to be snow. You do get some pretty effects. Obviously VFR map's useful if we want to go into the outside view, but we can just have a the odd quick peek. I just realised that TV's on still. Did you notice I was going from the controls? There we are, so that's the TV now off. Yep, perhaps we do want it a bit close. So I was trying to set my seat so uncomfortable. There we are. Keeping the old back straight because I was leaning forwards. Okay, so let's get back on course. We're not going to have much idea where we're flying over without. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Without the. So look, see, anything local to that area. Stevenage, possibly then. Don't want to get too low, just in case there's hit big hills and things. But come on, game, don't be silly. It's freaking out because it's having to load something that isn't Duxford. I still think the water effect looks like it's inside the cockpit. Message. Set course to 240. I mean, we're basically on that course, so I'm just saying. So I was trying to work out which aircraft I'd like to be my 100th hour. I thought it was going to be the Hellcat at one point. Turns out it's the dear old Spitfire. I guess there's something right about that in the world, isn't there, in a way? Just finished recording the latest of my Let's Look At videos. Suppose I could do this. It's the 9th today, isn't it? Is it channel update? Is it channel and me update day? It is channel and me update day. Why not? Let's do this then. So I've just finished recording the last of the Let's Look In videos, Let's Look At videos, or I look at, yeah, in the different kits. I say the last one for the battery kits I brought down. There's more to come. But that puts me into the middle of November. There are 2 more due to arrive in the post, so if we take that as written... Oh, the rain stopped. Take that as read that they'll be done as they arrive. That puts me to December, so I'm very nearly at a full year ahead of myself on those, which is just insane. I've heard of people on YouTube not having that sort of lead time on their videos and everything, but I've never actually thought of any of mine getting to that degree. But they're so easy to make because I'm not reviewing them. I'm not looking at the injury. I'm literally just showing you what you get with the kit and what say what I'm going to do with it. There's nothing more heavy than that, really. I will give my own. Obviously, a couple of opinions do slide in because we're human beings. It's natural. That's promising. The sky's cleared anyway. Cloud base is lifted somewhat. We can come up slightly. Yeah, well, airfield. I think that's the one I stopped at in the Hellcat when I flew. It is. That's an old Battle Britain station, I think. Hang on. I'm being followed. That's Holton. So I don't think, no, it might not be a Battle Britain station, but I'm being followed here. Is that other Spit coming with me for the trip? We indeed do have a pair of Spitfires. How awesome is that? Very cool. Very, very cool. Oh, we're miles off course now. There he is. I mean, the pilot is an owl, but that is really cool. Yeah, so they're really easy videos to make, and I'm enjoying that. It's good. Yeah, I've lost my train of thought, can you tell? I seem to remember saying something about, you know, not reviews. So yeah, I actually get myself in a bit of a pickle with that in one of the videos. A couple of them, I made my mind up between filming them. Yeah, they're good. They're good. We've got some interesting stuff to show, I think, and hopefully they're of use to people. I mean, obviously I made them selfishly for myself, but hopefully they're of use to people if they wish to see what they get in certain kits. That's just so cool. And that, the quick me update is, well, at the minute I'm currently signed off from work. Doctors signed me off unfit to work due to mental health problems again. 2 weeks, and then we'll start with 2 weeks is what he said, so we'll see what happens when he rings me again next week. I've been focusing very much on, I think they call it self-love these days, don't they? Just things that make me happy, such as playing flight sim, or, you know, going into flight sim. Seeing Spitfires on your wing like that. Oh, look at that, now that's gorgeous as well. I have to remember to try and timestamp this video in the description, so you can actually go through and click, you know, the bit where the Spitfire formated with us. I wonder if that's the chap from Duxford. You know, the one that was behind us there? Can't remember what scheme it was. Oh, hello! That was rather cool. Oh, it looks like we're heading back into weather again, so I have to drop down. Yes, and obviously I finished the P51 quite early on. In it, it's one of the first things I did actually on Friday. Just sat and sort of got on with it, went through, finished it off. Sense of achievement. There he goes. Maybe he's peeling off. Let's give him a wing waggle in return. I don't know if he's pulling into there or not, or they're pulling into there. I'm on a set course, my chum. Oh, he's down, he's gone underneath us. Whey! I think he went a bit lower than he wanted to. Oh, they went a bit lower than they wanted to. I was trying to make the language general neutral. You don't know who's at the controls of these aircraft. It's just someone on the internet playing with an aeroplane, you know. It could be anyone, couldn't it? So, yeah, you know, so those videos, as I say, they're useful for, oh yeah, sorry, no, moving on from video, we've gone to yourself. So yes, I did manage to stream last night, enjoyed it. Anthony, Kyle and Joel came in for definite, as I know. I don't know if anyone else watched it. It's got 50 views or something like that, which I only saw briefly as I was uploading the videos that I just mentioned, I was just talking about, so, you know, that's cool. Glad people enjoy my particular brand of madness. I know flight sim to some is not the most interesting, but it's quite a big following out there for others, and it's part of, you know, it's part of my hobby. Flight simming is a hobby, isn't it? It's a very expensive hobby as well, another expensive hobby. Like, I need more of those. But yes, was supposed to be having a cup of tea, a meet and greet sort of thing, cup of tea with Greg, catch up in person. I'm sure he's buzzing me. Let's see on the VFR map quickly. Is he still with me? Are they still with me? Sorry. No, I think they've abandoned us. We're on our own now, Chuck. Maybe we disappeared into the murks. It should be nice if we see them when we get back to Duxford again. Because yes, we're doing the there and back. Because I don't know when the 100th hour would be. Let's do a check on our fuel. That still says full. We'll check this bit. 80 gallons left. Loads of fuel left. We might not even need to land, to be honest. We do have two options of landing there. But yes, as part of that, as part of my mental health checkup, really, I suppose, if you like. Greg is one of those superb people that does that sort of thing. I mean, yeah. But fortunately, the bad weather's putting pay to that. He was on his way back from somewhere, which was another, I don't know if we could call it a mercy mission, I suppose, if you like, of his. And yeah, selfless individual, I think. Someone to admire, really. But the weather's put pay. He's going to head straight back to his home, which is a very sensible idea, I think, in this. But we will organise, if Devon's too awful, weather-wise, the weather's too awful where he lives as well, then it's going to be some geekery time instead. So look forward to that. It's a shame, isn't it? Because I'm looking forward to it. He's made plans. I'm hoping his plans go through first. But if not, I'll be glad of some geek time. Talking of geek time, it's a useful segue, isn't it? I didn't even plan that. I haven't planned any of this, as you probably gathered, because I had to check the date. Yes, working on the Sky Raider. Now, when those videos come out in November, you'll get an update on the Sky Raider there and then. Actually, one in October maybe, because I did look at the Navy version of the Sky Raider. I've got them building the Air Force one at the minute, both Tamiya kits, same kit basically. There's the Air Force one comes with a few more sprues, different ordnance you can put up. The rain stopped again, that's good. Something about seeing clearly now the rain's gone. See all the obstacles in my way. As if it wasn't obvious enough. Yes, so the Tamiya Sky Raider. Now, an interesting thing. It's not fighting me, but it challenges me. It's challenging me. The fit isn't quite perfect on it. It's not a shake and bake Tamiya kit by any degree. This one, it's going together really well. It does go together really well. It wants to be built, but it's needing a different approach of putting it together. I'm finding it's yeah. Even last night after I showed it, I found more places where the glue hadn't mated up the parts. It's a bit of a struggle fit around the cockpit area, but it will go together. You just have to take your time with it, like most things. It's not quite as the P-51 sort of fell together. This one isn't. So yeah, you know, it's one of them. But yeah, but now I'm enjoying it. I'm sort of making such good progress with it. I've actually put it down for a minute because I wanted to savour it a little bit more, but probably will build some more of it after this flight, because it's going to be quite a long flight, really. So I'm considering actually maybe filming in two parts, you know, or if we need to land, I probably will film it in two parts. What it is to be cruising along at 245 miles an hour, though. Is that blue sky I see? This could be good news for our intrepid traveller. So we'll have a look on the VFR map here. We're a little ways out of our destination yet. that's where we're heading. Oh, hello. So what happens if you don't pay attention? Let's nose down again. But yeah, so we've got what do you reckon? Probably about the halfway mark now. So it's not too horrific. But yes, I'm enjoying it. So it is fighting me a bit, and it's been nice as I've looked through these kit boxes that a lot of the kits I've brought in the past have been in storage for months and months and months, if not a couple of years now. And I'm putting them out and going, oh my god, I really want to build this right now. And you know, it's knowing that that's the feeling I'm going to get when I do come to build them. And one of them's a rather special kit in a way. It's the Panavea Tornado F3. It's actually the last one I did. And the overwhelming urge to build it was incredible. And that's part of the reason for those videos, is I can look back and I go, what was my plan with that kit? You know, what was I thinking with it? And yeah, I can look back and go, oh, that's what I was planning to do. Or, oh, I need to get new transfers for that one, or I need to do this for that one, you know. So, yes, actually I will be putting those ones away as well. And I'll bring down some more to do some more videos on. I would just love to be able to say, there you go. That's, we are actually quite a way off course. We're actually a year ahead of myself on videos. I could actually put my feet up. If I didn't want to stream, I could put my feet up for the rest of the year now. But that's not how I see it, by the way, because it's not a job. It's not a, I must get videos up for you folks. It's get them up. I'm enjoying these. That's why you're getting that's why so many of them. But just I am a year ahead. Because eventually I will run out of kits. Because I mean the Skyrider was pushing it a little bit. I just wanted to see what the difference was between the two. You've got 3 B17 kits already to look at, all G models. There's going to be a 4th G model B17 kit to look at, but they're all different kits. 2 are Airfix, one's Revell and one's Monogram. The Monogram one's one of the ones on the way. So there are some duplicates, but again it's interesting to see how different kits are, how they go together and all that. Because an older version of a kit may have the part for the variant that you want to build in it, and you'd never know if, you know, that sort of information wasn't available to you ahead of your purchasing choices. We're into the weather again. See snow on the ground again. We will land because it adds another one to my different airports, number of different airports landed at figure in my logbook. And also I want to check the aircraft over as well. Now I know there's a maintenance tablet. Found that one out the hard way. The engine suddenly started spluttering and coughing. Well, basically the revs were going all over the place and basically the cylinders were nearly knackered. So, I was looking at a tab to see what there is, and I saw a maintenance tab had appeared. I was like, oh, that would be it. Quite a big airfield off to our right there. Let's see what that is. We can find out. UGIV. Oh, yes, you. Kevil. Bulkington? Bulkington's near me! Only one active runway. Clearly an old wartime airfield though. Does anyone know what used to be based there? Greg, if you do, watching this whole video, what was based there? Rainbow! Double rainbow! All the way! Wow, that meme's probably older than some of the people watching. Yeah, we are about to fly into more bad weather, so... That's a nice light, isn't it? Right, better get around the cockpit so we can make sure we're on course. Oh, we're dead on course in a minute. Let's not spoil that. Yes, there'll be a video in 2 parts because I thought when I do get it, it'd be nice to actually, as it's actually just gone midday. Part of that self-love is keeping a good routine, so I'll stop for lunch. And then start up again, and I'll go to back to Duxford. I know some people say the flight model in this is a little bit bouncy or whatever, so I'm not sure if all this bouncing is actually accurate or not. I've not flown a Spitfire myself in person before. Never say never. You never know what the future holds, what mad ideas you might suddenly decide to have. But if this is anything like what you get from the ground, then the thermals coming up and everything at you, then I can understand. It makes gives you a new appreciation as to why they don't want to fly them in anything but the most perfect conditions they can. And it's not a necessary risk to the aircraft. I mean, obviously you wouldn't fly in this. To quote the Dambusters film, this is bloody dangerous. Trusting in that Merlin up ahead to keep us on the course, trying to keep the trees in sight. There's a ridge. Visibility is increasing again. It's like we keep going through bad patches of it then, doesn't it, really? It's like the remains of another airfield there. See the runway? That's just a really weird way of ploughing or something, but I like part of a runway layout. Fancy in these hills, we'll be honest. And that's from a Sims point of view, let alone a real pilot. Which I am not. I know the difference between the virtual and the real world. So the only thing I'd like to do is I would like to sort of sit with someone who knows, you know, who has started a Spitfire up, and just go around the cockpit and see if what I do is correct in in this one, on theirs. Not actually do it, just sort of say I press that one, I turn that one on, I do this, do this, do this. Describe it verbally rather than actually doing it. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I mean, I don't even need to point to the real Spitfire, I could point to a photograph of the cockpit, as long as we can see everything I touch. Which sounds weird. Talking about aeroplane interiors. Get your minds out the gutters. Looking forward to the airshow season starting, that's going to help a lot. Some trips out. I might actually go ahead and book a few more of the Duxford shows I get in for free. You know, I know they're the same. I was a bit put off because they're the same themes as last year, but yeah, they were really good though. It's nice. Hopefully it's going to be just a selection of aircraft. Definitely going to be doing the Matt Aberration show again. That was so good last year. But of course, it starts on a bit of a what's it now, doesn't it? We've lost some good pilots last year, some good people, as well as good pilots, shall we say, rather than good pilots only. My mind, as we're flying a Spitfire, my mind goes to Caroline Grace, of course. Yesterday was International Women's Day, and there's someone who was an inspiration to a whole generation of new flyers. Who went against what everyone thought she was going to do, you know, and finished the Spitfire off and flew it, and amazing. It's a really sad loss to her family, her friends, and the rest of the aviation community. So I'm sure we'll see a tribute display to some of these folks, particularly Caroline Grace. I know Duxford was a synonymous. I think there's a Grace Spitfire. No, it doesn't. It lives at Slightwell, I believe now. But he used to live at Duxford, I'm sure. I'm sure he used to live at Duxford back in the day. But yeah, see this. The track's really widening out now. Let's do a fuel check. It's an interesting road layout. About half a tank. So yeah, I will get it topped up when we land. Don't want to be going to Duxford on empty. Especially this weather. If the winds, I think the wind will be. Hang on, we're going against the direction we took off in, so the wind will be actually pushing us here. I may not even film the second half of this because one we're going to talk about I haven't spoken about in this one. Passing over several bodies of water here, rivers and streams and so on. Quite a junction. I don't know if it's a canal, a set of canals or something, or some canals coming into a river or something. Also, the other thing is, I'll see me leaving the hobby of trains. this is something I haven't made the light decision for, but basically I purchased a new locomotive. To save blushing faces, I will not mention the place I got it from, which is kind of wrong of me because it's not a service I would give to other places. But I'm doing this at courtesy. But basically, the new locomotive, which had apparently been serviced in the usual way by said shop, so apparently serves everything before it gets sent out. It was running fine. I went to do a quick video of it to go, hey, it's a cool new engine I got. It stopped, went pop, and smoke started pouring out of it, which turned black pretty quickly. It was actually on fire within. So quickly, using some quite long-handled metal tweezers I've got, I was able to pick it up and chucked it in the ceramic sink. Yeah, so that was the final straw for me, really. It's like the money we put into this hobby, or into that hobby, the money I put into that hobby, I won't say we, because that means other people, it invites to mean that I'm meaning other people should change their minds on what they do. And you know, whether it's the track issue I've had, I've still not heard from Train Tracks, by the way. I sent an email about different curves. I sent it through their contact us section. I'm saying, look, I've got these Kato curves, they're too tight. I've got these Tomix ones, they're just about right, but I haven't got room for the train set ones. But I've got this from the Tomix track, and I'd really like to use Kato track. And basically, had he got back to me, I would have brought them from him there and then, like that. You know, I clicked my fingers because that didn't come through on the mic. I'd have sorted myself out a new set of corners. But it's like this issue with the issues with the track. It just feels like I'm constantly spending money. As soon as I go near the railway hobby, I'm spending money. Big money. For something I then don't touch for weeks on end. Now comparatively, that Skyray just cost me £30. I started it basically the day before yesterday, evening. It's got a fair few days in it yet, but before I finish it, most likely. Depends on the weather and then I can get things primed. But I'm also waiting on a masking set for it. So yes, there is cost to scale model aircraft, or scale models, and some of the kits are very expensive. I'm looking at the 32 scale Mosquito FB6 from Tamiya, or the big Tamiya 32 scale kits. I would like their Corsair. I need to get their Corsair to replace one my brother got me. It was an old Revel one, which was just not his fault at all. It was crock of excrement. Oh, we're passing over an airfield here. No, that's our airfield. Oh no, it's an abandoned airfield. Ha! This is not our airfield. I thought I saw a windsock. I've got to do it back the other way now. But there we are. Looks well, right. But yes, it just feels like, you know, yes, obviously there is expenditure when it comes to sorry, throttling back. There is expenditure when it comes to scale models, but it's not as great, I feel, for, you know, if I do my research ahead of time on the model, You know, it's not going to be an absolute like that Throggleton. Well, it's the Revel Mark III Shackleton. Well, Shackleton Mark III. The old one, not their new one. They did an old one, so really it's an old frog kit. So I called it the Throggleton. There we are. Do a nice little pass over the airfield. We'll actually look for that windsock. Anything giving me any clue? Well, we took off from 06, so I'm going to land on 04. Another wartime airfield, by the looks of it. I know the windsock's blowing this way. Okay. Righto. Yeah, I think for my needs, the expenditure on scale models isn't as horrific as it perhaps is for the trains, really, when I compare the two. Well, the good news for Greg is, it looks like it might actually be okay. We'll see if it's snow or not though, because don't take the ground for face value. But yeah, so ultimately I've just decided, yeah, so we're back to the... It's less than a week it took for that to happen. There's some buildings at the end of the runway here. Trees and then buildings, so we're going to have to... Right, should be good now. Oh, bit of a heavy one, but we're down. Plane? No, it's cars. Yeah, this expenditure, I say, is getting a bit much for me. Along with the fact I've basically still got no one to talk to about the Japanese trains anyway. Quite disappointingly, you know, even in more personal circles, when I've brought up, we'll go and park over here. When I've brought up, there's a Hellcat over there. We're talking about, you know, other countries' railways or whatever, maybe the UK or whatever, and so all that's like this, you know. It makes me think of this picture or this when I share something. It's just, to be honest, it's been outright ignored previously. That's handy duty, isn't it? Right, let's shut down then. Really should have opened that, but we can close it off again now. Off. That off. That off. That off. And that. Right. So let's refuel the Spitfire. And head outside. Right, it's in one piece, despite that landing. But yeah, so the forklift's probably in the forklift's way or something, but yes. So yeah, I've made the decision to say no more. This is silly. There's no more pre-orders out anymore or anything like that, so you know. I close that chapter, but I will just finish by saying I did train when I was younger to about 5, 6, 7 maybe, and then nothing till 2003, so I'd been about 13, and then didn't really do much with it. Had a dad built the training set in the loft and everything, but didn't really do much with it. And I volunteered at track stunts in that time as well, but that's not modern railways, that's real world. And then it was a real, then saw nothing till 06, 07, 8 maybe? No, 2009, 10 maybe I want to say. Yeah, 10, because I only got 3 folders for aircraft in 2010. Yeah, it's been a real off-on thing. It's not something that's actually at the core of me, so it's been really. The weird is not leaving it. It's actually it being being so main focus for so long recently. Whereas aviation has been the thing I was doing when I wasn't doing railways in the past, so yeah. Anyway, that's a me update. That's a weather look. It is pure rain. And I shall see. I shall ask you all to take care. Yes, I want you to all to take care, be well, stay safe, and I'll see you all in another video. Bye for now. Oh, I will just quickly say that the throwback videos will continue, the railway throwback videos will continue. Just don't expect there won't be any fresh content basically. Alright, take care, bye.